Hey, welcome guys to the OMFG Network. I'm Craig. This is Tyson. We recorded 3 episodes before this.
It's true.
And the camera crapped out on us, just going to show that episodes 1 through 3 are terrible. So we're going to start off on the right foot and start out with episode number 4. Today we're going to be talking about Assassin's Creed 2.1. And yeah, we're going to talk about the things that we like and things that we're excited to see in 2.2, which is coming out here soon in the next couple of weeks.
It's fair. It's also safe to say that 2.2 is in fact Assassin's Creed Revelation. Assassin's Creed 2.1 is Assassin's Creed Brotherhood. Ubisoft does not number them the proper way, and we will do that for them.
It's true.
Because that is what we do here at OMFG Network. Craig, what was your favorite part of 2.1 Assassin's Creed Brotherhood?
I'd say that my favorite part actually was the continuation of Assassin's Creed 2 and the continuation of Assassin's Creed 1. What I liked about it was that they did the correct thing for a sequel. And the sequel should be not change the game per se, but make corrections in the game, fill in some holes and make a little correction, but it should still be the same game, otherwise it's not a number 2. So 2.2, 2.1, in my opinion, the biggest improvement that they made was that they found out that all of the people who were playing it played to kill the bad guys, surprisingly enough. And when they killed the bad guys, that was what the whole game was about. So 2.1 didn't do any walking around missions. You don't do any, I'm going to listen to this guy behind a corner. I'm going to sit on this bench and hear a thing. No, I'm going to follow this guy and then I'm going to kill him. Like, he stole my stuff and I kill him, So that's what I liked about it a lot.
I love the killing aspect of the game. I loved that in 2.1, and I don't know if they had this in 2, you got the dual assassin's blade, the dual hidden blades. And my favorite part was I could never control them. And inevitably I would be hunting down or pursuing my assassination target, a nobleman, a group of guards, whomever I'm going to kill. I'd be running and I would just turn to the left and kill 2 innocent civilians just to the face with the dual hidden blades. They would die, I would lose health, and there goes my target just running off like a gazelle.
Yeah, it's true. The auto aim for some reason had something against all the civilians in the game.
It's true.
It hated the fact that it wasn't killing them too.
It's true.
So you're just running down and goosh, dead. 2 dead civilians. And you're like, oh, I really wanted to kill the guards that I was right next to, but apparently the civilians behind me just had to die.
The guards had a chest of gold. This guy had an apple. Apparently Ezio Auditore was a little hungry, decided, I'm getting the apple. I'm taking the apple over the gold, or the guards, or the assassination target, thus letting the Templars win the war.
Yeah.
Way to be. But maybe the game was just trying to save lives, and in doing so, cause the deaths of the innocents. I don't know.
Yeah, I also like the how you could take your weapons away from the guards this time. It kind of added to the spice of the game. You can do all these moves with your hidden blades. You can do moves with your sword. You can do moves with you can get a pike, you can get a club, you can get all of those different things. Made it a lot more interesting. It kind of just added to the depth and the breadth of the game as compared to number 1. So it was a good improvement in my mind.
It's true. I liked the fact that you could take the weapons. It made it, 1, a lot easier to kill the heavily armored enemies that you sometimes face. They had large swords or clubs or something. You could kill them a lot easier. And number 2, it brought the aspect, which we will talk a lot about on the show, I'm sure, the looting of the dead. That is so essential.
Key to video games.
It's a key to video games. If you can't loot the dead, don't loot the dead in real life. An
OMFG top tip.
Top tip.
Don't loot the dead in real life.
Don't loot the dead in real life. It's in fact illegal, I think, in every single country that has laws. So, but in video games, you loot the dead, and I love that I could loot the dead, and I think they had money, but not very much, ever.
Money and weird things on them.
Yeah, in 2.1 you collected stuff from the dead to unlock certain other things, colors or weapons.
Yeah, I definitely like the economy portion of it too. I think that was a really good. They kind of added a little bit of an RPG feel to the game,
Yes.
which I think is. I mean, I think we're actually seeing that in a lot of games nowadays, where everything is sort of coming together, where all the game styles are kind of coming together. The RPG in Assassin's Creed, you get to change your weapons, get to buy new things, get to change your clothing color. It adds a little bit of personality to you and your character. It makes you feel a little bit more like the person that you're playing as. I think that's a good thing.
I think it is a great thing. I love that you're seeing sort of the melding of game types, especially the RPG. I am a self-proclaimed RPG fanatic. Enthusiast, thank you. And so I love that they put the RPG aspect in there. I love that you could change the colors of your guy. Something that simple just makes the game so much better, knowing that I am different from my 9 other astonishingly
Spectacular.
effective, other assassin apprentices who were like invisible.
They were kind of better than you were at some point.
They were a lot better than me because we were, I think, in a field, there was 3-inch grass, I called it an arrow strike, and they just pop up. They're like freaking dwarves coming out of the ground or something. Kill my guys and just run off, and I'm like, well, alright.
Yeah, they were super impressive because they could do it while you're walking through the city. They're following you completely unseen. Somehow they get into the basket in front of you, even before you know that you're going to run that way.
That's true. As the master assassin, I never had a clue where my apprentice assassins were. They were, clearly that speaks to me as a teacher in the video game.
That's true. Kind of a badass.
My goodness, without ever talking to you, you have become the best assassin I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah.
Although I did stop using them at the end after I'd completely got them all trained because I was afraid of them dying, and I was like, man.
It's true. You have the level 8 guys, and you're like, man, I don't think I'm going to send them on any missions. I'm going to keep them here with me.
I'm keeping them because I'm not risking losing these people in combat against any number of guards, which I know for a fact I can take myself.
It's true.
And that, of course, brings us back to just the killing. You've got to love the killing. If you're going to have a game about killing, make sure there's a lot of killing in it. Don't kill in real life. Maybe there's a top tip number 2. OMFG Network. Top tip number 2 today, don't kill in real life unless absolutely necessary or you're a Marine or something of the sort. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, I think that's all the time that we actually have for this episode. Again, this is the OMFG Network. I'm Craig. This is Tyson. We'll see you guys next time.
Take it easy, guys.